Good morning. Good morning. Can everybody hear me okay? Yes. And were you guys able to hear the music? Were you able to hear any music? Nobody was able to hear music. Awesome. That's great. That's okay. Technology is the best. All righty. Yes, some people are floating in. Welcome to this beautiful Sunday morning in February. Oh, wonderful to see your faces. Welcome, Manju. Welcome, Deborah. Welcome, Kathy. Welcome, Rebecca. Welcome, Kavita. It's an awesome opportunity to ground ourselves this morning, just for a little while, not forever. It's just a little bit of time we're going to take to connect with our true selves. And in this, well, for those of you, we're also live streaming this to Facebook. So I don't know who's going on there. That's another technology conundrum for me, but that's okay. So if you're there on Facebook, definitely put in the comments, hello, I'm here. Or if you're watching this on the replay, put hashtag replay. And for those of you who are joining for the very first time and don't know me, I am Dr. Deisha Phillip, a cardiologist who loves healing all matters of the heart. And I also am a meditation teacher, holistic and spiritual life coach, involved in many different programs, from one-on-one coaching to the Path to Meditation Mastery to the Path of Silence in-person retreat, which many of you are already signed up for and coming. Congratulations to you for having bravery and courage for this beautiful spiritual surgery, so we can unblock ourselves and really step in to the true authentic version of ourselves. So super excited for all of you who are joining us. And for those of you who still want to, please contact me. There are not very many spaces left. So there's that. And as February is, at least in America, it is the month of love. I'm all about self-love for this month. Okay, self-love. And so in that vein, we're going to start off, before we meditate, with a Power of Love card. Many of you know that I love these cards by Mr. James Van Praagh. And so for those of you who are here, go ahead and close your eyes and think of a question that is just coming up for you, that maybe you've been kind of stuck around, for the last week or two. And get that question clear in your mind's eye. And I always ask, what is it that we all need to hear today? And we'll see what the message is. There's definitely something here. Holy cow. Self-love it is, ladies. Self-love it is. I did not plan that. I literally just picked this card out of the freaking deck. We are connected. Yes, we are. Let's do this. Rebecca, did you enjoy that? Holy cow. All right, here we go. Self-love. You realize that love of self is necessary to love another. Here we go. Listen up, have your piece of paper ready, jot down some notes, because this is for each and every one of us. As the old saying goes, You can't love somebody else until you love yourself. It's true. The most important goal you can achieve in this physical dimension is that of loving yourself unconditionally. And it's a tough one. It's a tough one. You are the very person who knows your dark secrets, faults, and shortcomings the best. It's easy to see the good in other people because you don't know anyone but yourself inside and out. Do you really think that you are the only person you know who is not worthy of your love? Your soul is perfect. Your human shell is imperfect. And so is everyone else's. The quality of love you give out is only as good as the quality of love you have for yourself. So stop shortchanging the world by not loving yourself with the same intensity you do others. You've made mistakes, but you've learned from them. That's what progress and spiritual evolution are all about. Love your weaknesses as much as your strengths, because they are your teachers. Love your weaknesses as much as your strengths, because they are your teachers. Oh man, I hope that landed for you as much as it landed for me. It's so interesting because, part of me is like, I wish somebody had told me this when I was little. Like, I was so busy trying to contort myself into all kinds of positions and whatever to get somebody's love or attention or whatever it is that you want to call it, when you're a kid, right? It's like, look at me, right? And you say yes to things that you don't want to say yes to, and you do things that don't feel right. And in this effort to gain the love of somebody else, when really the focus should be, right, on just looking in the mirror and saying to yourself, I love you exactly the way you are, right? I feel like I remember Fred Rogers, if any of you watched Mr. Rogers growing up, right? And he would say, I like you just the way you are, right? And I guess maybe he's the only one I could think of in my childhood who would say something like that. And it's so true now that we really can't love in the deep way that we want to if we don't turn, right, the focus inward and look at all the things that we've gone through in our life. We've shown up for other people, but subtly we still sit and we punish ourselves for not being perfect in this circumstance or that circumstance or whatever it was. and we take our own love away from us. But here's the kicker, right? I love this out at the end. It says, love your weaknesses as much as your strengths because they are your teachers. And so that's what this spiritual journey is all about, right? Is being able to look at ourselves, know that we weren't perfect, know that we lack self-love, know that we, maybe we were jealous at some point, and maybe we were angry and resentful at some point. And we know that those things aren't who we really are, right? That's not who we are. And then we look at, well, why was I jealous, or why was I feeling angry? And we kind of dig deep and look at it and then shine love on it. And we get the clarity of where we believed in an illusion that wasn't true, right? It's an illusion. That's a definition of illusion, believing something, right? Or seeing something there when it's not really there. And then returning back to love as our essential selves. That's who we truly are, beings of love. And when we can accept that as our birthright, as our inheritance from the divine, as being beings of love, then we can radiate that out. So, with that, let's meditate. So, go ahead and get comfortable wherever you are sitting. Close your eyes, or if you feel like resting your eyes down, you can do that too if you don't feel like closing them. Make sure you have back support. And we're going to start out with a 4-7-8 breath. So this is a little different from usual. So we're going to inhale for a count of 4, hold for a count of 7, and then exhale slowly for a count of 8. And as we do that, we're going to visualize our heart in the center of our chest. And while we visualize our heart in the center of our chest, we're going to bring in love, and we're going to visualize it really filling up our chest, filling up our heart. And then as we exhale, we're going to send those vibrations to every single cell and organ in our body. So ready? Let's take a deep breath in for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathe in the deep love. Really feel that love as you breathe in. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and breathe out. Send those vibrations out to every single cell and organ in your body. 5, 6, 7, 8. One more time. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And breathe normally. And we'll begin by asking ourselves the 4 soul questions. Question 1. Who am I? Who am I really? Who am I without the labels of the physical body? Who am I without the label of gender, of profession, of nationality, of race, of color and creed? Who am I? Who am I? If I am not those labels, then who am I really? I am a tiny, sparkling, radiant point of light who existed before coming into this body and will continue to exist after it leaves this body. Who am I? I, this radiant point of light who is eternal, and the soul. I am not anger. I am not resentment. I am not frustration, disappointment, confusion. Those are all part of the illusion that I used to believe in. Who am I? What is truth? I, the soul, the radiant, sparkling point of light, am the embodiment of love, of peace, of clarity, faith, of trust. I, the soul, am not someone who is here to take, but rather from this point of knowing that I am love, I can be the bestower of love. Of joy, of acceptance. I am a giver, not a taker. Second question. What do I, the soul, want? What is my deepest desire? Allow anything at all to come to you in the form of a sensation, image, feeling, or thought. Third question. What is my purpose? How can I serve myself and others? Allow anything at all to come to you in the form of a sensation, image, feeling, or thought. Fourth question. What am I grateful for? What am I grateful for? Allow anything at all to come to you in the form of a sensation, image, feeling, or thought. Now silently repeat the following sentence. I am, and your first and last name. Now drop your last name and silently repeat I am and your first name. Now drop your first name and silently repeat I am, I am, I am, I am. And we'll switch that to the vibration of I am, which is aham, aham, aham. And now we'll begin the repetition of our mantra. So for those of you who already have your personalized primordial sound meditation mantra, go ahead and start repeating that now. And for everyone else, we'll use the mantra So Hum. So we'll silently repeat So Hum, So Hum, So Hum. If you'd like to pair it with your breath, you can inhale So, exhale Hum, So Hum, So Hum. As you repeat your mantra, you may notice that your mind drifts to other noises in the environment or other thoughts in your head. When you realize that you're away from your mantra, just gently come back to it, innocently going with the flow. So hum, so hum. Please continue repeating your mantra. I will keep the time and I'll let you know when it's time to stop. Enjoy your meditation. Please keep your eyes closed and stop repeating your mantra and rest. Rest in existence. Rest in awareness. Rest in consciousness. And allow yourselves to feel the warm hug of the divine filling you up with so much unconditional love. And this divine parent reminds you that there's nothing you need to do to make me love you more. And there's nothing you could ever do to make me love you less. And when you have the deep faith, and when you allow yourself to receive this love, you can be that bestower as well. As we rest in the arms of the divine, I'm going to pronounce 4 intentions. Just repeat them silently and release them into being. Joyful, energetic body. Joyful, energetic body. Loving, compassionate heart. Loving, compassionate heart. Reflective, alert mind. Reflective, alert mind. And lightness of being. Lightness of being. Continue to rest. And when you're ready, you can slowly start wiggling your fingers and toes. Maybe rub the tops of your legs. Give yourself a big stretch. Oh, maybe give yourself a big hug. And if you feel called to do so, you can bring your palms together at your heart center and give yourself a little bow of gratitude for bringing yourself here today to reconnect with your truth, with the truth of who you are, and to recharge with the energy and love of the divine. And from this place of being recharged, we can send a blast of love and light energy out to all of our family, our friends, our community, our city, our state, our country, to all the countries on this planet, to every single brother and sister soul on this planet. And then from there, we can give a blast of that energy out into the universe. And then from there, it gets multi-million fold boomeranged right back to us. I'll say namaste. The divine light in me sees and honors the divine light in you. Thank you so much for coming today. Would anybody like to share anything? You don't have to if you don't want to, but if you feel like it, just go ahead and unmute yourself. Sometimes it helps to speak whatever ahas we've had out loud because it anchors it in for ourselves and it also anchors it in for others.
I, of course, loved the card today. It was just so perfect for what I've been working on. And what came to me in the meditation was that, we're so used to orientating around our senses and which go outward, right? Like you see what's in the environment and you hear like, what people are saying or whatever. But to really have self-love, I feel like it is a reorienting with those senses inward and just reorienting around, the eyes of the heart, the ears of the heart, like what, and just in there, as I was like reorienting there, like I could hear this music of the universe, like it's there and it's just so beautiful. So I think it takes a lot of bravery to reorient around your heart, but it's so worthy, And I have my glasses I brought to remind me that I need to see through the eyes of the heart. And it is like, that's the journey for me, at least so far, is like, it's like Rumi says, like removing those things that are blocking us from our true identity, which is love. And it's not even like we're seeking love, like we are love and we're stepping into that. Yeah, it's just beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing that and anchoring that in. That's the whole point of everything that I'm called to do, at least, being a doctor of the physical heart is one thing, but that work led me to doing this kind of work, which is exactly that, is unblocking, right? Removing all the blocks that we have to that, to being the love that we truly are. So I love that. Thank you. Thank you so much. Anyone else want to share?
I was thinking when you were proposing like a question before you picked up the card, I was just kind of like, okay, what is it that I need to do for my kids? Like, how do I love them best? Or, what is it? And then you picked the self-love card and it was just kind of like, oh, like it's always coming back to me again. Like, I just want to push that aside because I'm just not sure what the answer is. Rather focus on something else. And I was like, oh, it's always the self-love. Okay. Yes, God is always showing that one. That's the most important.
I love it. Exactly. There it is. Can't run from it. It always comes back. Always comes back. You love yourself in the best way you can. It automatically spills over to your children. It's the greatest gift we can give to our family. It really is. Anyone else? I don't know, Deborah, I feel like you want to say something. But you don't have to. You trying to unmute?
There we go.
Okay.
What I can say is thank you. Um, I've been going through, in the recent past, a very difficult journey of transitions and feeling like, why is all this happening to me? So today's confrontation with self-love, and that's what it felt like, a confrontation, not in a negative way, but in a, here it is in front of you, Deborah way. And so I'm saying thank you because it takes me from a sort of negative realm of why is all of this happening to me? And instead it's, this is me, that this is my journey right now. And how do I embrace it so that I can live through it and enjoy it and be grateful for it and reap the benefits even of experiencing what feels like a downturn. But I was reminded during the meditation that it's really during these moments of what feels like a downturn when the divine spirit is holding me closest and trying to show me a new view. And sometimes a new view feels painful because I don't recognize it, but it's still a new view. And it's still a divinely driven new view. And so this encounter with self-love today has been beneficial, and I just want to thank you.
And always
So thank you.
remember, you're welcome. And always remember that no matter what it is that's coming your way, you are held very, very closely by the divine. And allow him or her, him, whatever, to be there and to hold your hand. All you have to do is just hold it. He's holding his hand out like this. Take it, Deborah, take it. And right there, you're not alone. You're not by yourself. Awesome. All right, ladies. So thank you so much for showing up this Sunday. The time goes by so fast. It's crazy pants. We're going to be meeting again February 25th, I think. I think it's that Sunday. So it's not next weekend, but the weekend after. So definitely sign up. You can share the link with your friends for anybody who you think would benefit. And if anybody who's watching this out on Facebook needs the link to come on the Zoom, definitely just message me or email me. You know how to get a hold of me. And feel free to share it as well. And if you want to go deeper in your spiritual practice or want to know more about whatever programs I'm doing, go ahead and sign up for a Connect call, and I'd love to chat with you. All right. Sending you all love. Have a beautiful Sunday. Mwah!